In the heart of a busy Indian city, tucked between loud buses, honking scooters, and the rush of everyday life, stood a small, quiet tea shop. It had no signboard, no glowing lights. Just a soft wooden chime that rang when the door opened, and the comforting aroma of cardamom, ginger, and hope. The shop was owned by Mira, a woman in her early 60s with silver-streaked hair always tied back, eyes that had seen both joy and grief, and a smile that made you feel like you mattered even if you hadn't said a word. People came from all over, not just for her tea, but for her presence. Mira listened without judging. She remembered your favorite order. She asked how your grandmother was doing. She'd pour you a cup of tea, place it in front of you gently, and say, "Here, take a moment." But what made Mira's shop truly unique was a shelf behind her counter, lined with cups, each one a little different. Some had floral designs, others were plain, but there was one cup that stood out from the rest, a plain white ceramic mug with a long, visible crack running down its side. People often pointed it out. "Why do you keep that one, Mira? Doesn't it leak?" "No," she'd smile. "It holds just fine." She never said more. She didn't need to. One rainy evening, a young man named Ravi stumbled into her shop. He looked drenched, not just by the weather, but by life. His shoulders slumped. His eyes were tired. He sat down heavily, like the chair was the only thing holding him up. Mira brought him a warm towel and poured him a cup of tea in the cracked cup. Ravi stared at it for a moment. "This one's broken." "I know," she said, sitting across from him. "Drink anyway." He took a sip. It was warm, soothing, like someone wrapping a blanket around his soul. He didn't speak for a while. Neither did Mira. The silence in that shop wasn't awkward. It was safe, peaceful. After a few minutes, Ravi spoke softly. "I moved here 6 months ago to launch a business. I had savings, a plan, confidence, all gone now. Investors backed out. My co-founder left. I've applied for jobs, but nothing's working. I feel like I failed at everything." Mira listened, her hands wrapped around her own cup. "And now?" she asked. "I don't even know why I came in here. I guess I just needed something." She looked at him, then gently tapped the cup in front of him. "Tell me, do you taste the crack?" He blinked. "What? The crack? Does it make the tea any less warm, less comforting, less real?" "No, it's actually the best cup of tea I've had in months." She smiled. "Exactly." She leaned in slightly. "You see, most people think broken means useless, but cracks show that you've been through something, that you've held on, that you didn't shatter when life hit hard. You just changed shape." Then she stood, walked over to the shelf, and picked up the cracked cup. "This cup was given to me by my late husband. He made it himself, in a pottery class when we were young. It cracked the day he passed. I thought about throwing it away. But then I realized it still holds. It still gives warmth. And it still reminds me of something beautiful." She looked back at Ravi. "So do you." Ravi kept coming back, day after day, week after week. At first just for the tea, then to talk. Eventually, he started offering to help out, washing dishes, fixing things, even setting up a little website for Mira's shop, something she'd never bothered with. Little by little, his energy returned. His ideas started flowing again. He picked up freelance work. He started mentoring other young entrepreneurs. He rebuilt his confidence, not into a tower of pride, but into something steadier, wiser. A year later, when Mira passed away quietly in her sleep, the community mourned like they'd lost family. Ravi gave the eulogy. He stood at her memorial, holding up that same cracked cup she'd left for him in her will, and he said, "This cup is cracked." Just like I was. But Mira taught me, cracks don't ruin you, they just show you've survived. And sometimes they're exactly how the light gets in. The message: we all have cracks. Some are from loss, some from failure, some from being told we're not good enough. But those cracks don't make us weak. They make us real. They mean we've lived. So the next time you feel broken, remember Mira's cup. You're still capable of giving warmth, of holding love, of making someone's day better. You still hold. And that, friend, is more than enough.